Hey, good evening. My name is Jacqueline, and your cousins. I want to talk to you about this Charlotte and Ric Flair situation, and how Charlotte was telling Ric Flair that he's dead to her and she don't want nothing to do with her, and how she has never been for her for over the past 3 years. And in my opinion on it, she's right. She's right for telling Flair how it is. Because here's the thing. It's one thing to have your career. It's one thing to work 24/7. But when you got kids, you gotta be there for them. And that's the problem that Charlotte had with Ric Flair. He was never there for her. And I give kudos to Charlotte. I give kudos to Charlotte Flair for what she did. Because, one, ever since I seen Ric Flair on TV, he never mentioned his kids. He was always mentioning his damn wives, his ex-wives, his 5 ex-wives he had, and that's sad. Though it's sad to me, like. And ever since she debuted, she seemed like a proud father. He seemed like he's a proud father, even when she won a champion. But he does like most fathers do. He does like most fathers do, including mine. He wait till she's grown to not want to be there for her, which is messed up. It's messed up on Ric Flair's part. I give kudos to Charlotte because she stood up for herself. She stood up for her needs. She did what she's supposed to do as an adult. She tell her like it is. She don't sugarcoat shit. Just because you're a parent, you can't sugarcoat it. My whole thing is, I have some cousins that grew up without a father. I have been at my cousin's wedding. Her mama walked her down the aisle. Her father didn't. And I was the bridesmaids with it. I'm not going to tell you her name. So here's the thing. My whole thing is this. Hopefully we learn from Ric Flair and Charlotte that not all fathers are bad, yet some guys just don't need to be fathers. And it's got to be more than just a career. It's always hanging out with friends. You know, Family Guy. You know, Peter used to always hang out with friends. I should say, do you be good to yourself and also be good to your family. That's what I always told myself. My condolences goes out to Charlotte. Hope she do well as a women's champion. Hopefully she do what she says she gonna do. She gonna prove to herself like every other superstars, some other superstars been doing. She ready to go on her own. She ready to kick the stepping stone off. Like one of the superstars says. Summer Rae was like, well, Charlotte wanted to shine, and Ric Flair trying to take that from her. Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. It's just that she felt like he hasn't been there for her all these years, and he had the nerve to get credit. He takes credit for everything she's been through over the last 30 years, but guess what? You're only there for her for several months. And that's all I gotta say about that. What do you think about Charlotte's reaction to? What do you think about Charlotte's how Charlotte talked to her father? You think she's in the wrong, or you think she's in the right, just because she didn't have a father in her life? Okay. That's all I gotta say about that. Like I said, she been through the same thing I went through. I only see my dad like a few times every year. Other than that, everything is fine. I'm not crying about it. Everything's straight. Me and my mom was always close. I was never daddy's little girl. I was mama's little girl. And that's all. Alright. I'm gonna go because I have family members here. And I just want to talk to you about my opinions about what Charlotte did and what Charlotte's. I agree with what Charlotte did. I agree with what Charlotte said. She does need to prove that she can do it on her own now. And that she don't need him. He wasn't there for her when she needed her over the years. And that one little picture of him and his stuff, that's all I seen. That's my first. When I first saw Charlotte, that was my first time ever knowing this woman. I don't even know who this woman is until she was in NXT. She won an NXT championship. Without Ric Flair. She won a Divas championship with his help. She won a women's title with his help. But now, it's time for her to stand on her own 2 feet. Well, not stand on her own 2 feet because she got Dana Brooks. I don't know how Dana Brooks played her part in it. Well, I have to go. I just wanted to let you know how I feel about this whole Charlotte and Ric Flair situation. Stay true to yourself. Love you all and good night.